Hello, my loves. Today is Wacky Wednesday, and I am going to be telling you guys a story. Do I have a story for you guys today? So, this is going to be sort of long, so go and grab a snack, grab a drink, and then turn off the lights so you guys can get spooked a little bit because this is a story that you will want to hear. Hey guys, don't forget to let me know if you think this is a wacky story or a true story in the comment section down below. This is a story of a Canadian student called Elisa Lam. So Elisa Lam was 21 years old and she was found on the top of a roof on the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, and she was inside a water tank and she was dead in that water tank. She had been in the water tank for weeks. She had been reported missing in the beginning of the month, and they found her body on February 19th, 2013. Now, here's the thing. She was in there for about 2 weeks, and the residents of the hotel started calling management. They started calling and complaining and making all these complaints that their water tasted funny, that the water smelled funny, that the water was discolored. These people were showering, drinking, and using this water to cook for, I don't know how long, 2 weeks maybe. Now, the reason why the water was dark and nasty and smelly because there was a rotting body, a decomposing body in the tank, which was Elisa Lam's. Now, she had been reported missing by her family because her family called her all the time and they had not been able to contact her. And the last time that she was seen was in an elevator. Now, I did write some notes down. In case you guys see me looking down, it's because I wrote stuff down. I didn't want to forget anything. I wanted to give you guys only facts. So anyway, the last time that when she started residing at the Cecil Hotel, which is a hotel, but also people reside there. And I'm getting sick, so excuse me. When she went in there, they put her in and it has like this, I guess they're like little apartments, and you have to share with someone else the bathroom and the kitchen, and they put her with 2 other roommates, and little by little the roommates started complaining that she was making all these weird noises and that she was very weird and at night and all this other stuff. So eventually they moved her into her own room, which was her by herself, and nobody bothered her or anything like that. Now, the last time she was seen in the elevator. They saw her in the elevator, and I'm going to show you the footage of what she was doing in the elevator. And in the elevator, she was seen looking in the elevator, looking out the elevator, peeking, kind of hiding, kind of talking in gestures and moving her hands in weird ways. And I'm going to show you that clip right now. Now, when she was found, the coroner, reported that there was no signs of trauma, there was no bruises, there was no indication that anyone had harmed her in any way, and she was just supposedly she jumped inside the water tank by herself because she was bipolar and she died by herself. Now, this water tank was humongous, and what they said was that people from the hotel said that to get into the roof, you needed a special key. You couldn't just go up there without management letting you up there. So how did she get in there to begin with? Second of all, the water tank was huge and the lid was very, very heavy. And it took 2 men to lift the lid off of the water tank. So how did Elisa Lam by herself remove that lid and jump in naked? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But that's what was said. Anyway, some people believe that she was playing the elevator game. Now, the elevator game is I think it's a Japanese game. I think, don't quote me on that one, but it's a game where you go onto the elevator, you're supposed to do a couple of steps, take the elevator to floor this and floor that and another floor, and then you're supposed to take like to the 8th floor or the 5th floor, and then a woman is supposed to come in and you're not supposed to speak to the woman, you're not supposed to look at the woman, she's just supposed to come in and you're supposed to ignore her, and supposedly they say if you talk to the woman, she will take you to her world. Now, the point of the game is to eventually end up at the 10th floor, get out and be in a different world where it's just you and everything is dark, and to get back to the world you have to take the same elevator back. But if you speak to the woman, she takes you for herself. So some people are saying that she played the elevator game, and maybe she did. I don't know. I'm very open-minded with things, and I believe a lot of things, so I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she was bipolar. Maybe someone was bothering her. Like, they only show us the film from the camera, but they don't show us what was going on in the hallway. What if someone was there, and someone killed her and threw her in there? Who knows? Now, the very, very creepy thing about this story is that there has been 16 deaths in this hotel. Like, 16 deaths. Now, here's the thing. There was 2 serial killers that resided in that hotel. The serial killer Richard Ramirez and the serial killer Jack Unterweger. I haven't heard of him, but I did hear of Richard Ramirez, and I know they killed a whole bunch of people, and they lived in this hotel. So, like, what is going on in this hotel? I'm going to tell you something, guys. These are all the deaths at the hotel. Now, in 1931, there was a man found dead who ingested poison capsules. His name was W. Norton. He was 46 years old. In 1932, Benjamin Doddridge, 25 years old, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. In 1934, former Army Sergeant Lois Burden, 53, slashed his own throat and left a suicide note. In 1937, Grace Margot fell from the 9th-story window. In 1939, Navy officer Irwin Neblett, 39 years old, was found in his room dead after he ingested poison. In 1940, Dorothy Seeger, 45 years old, ingested poison. It is unknown if she's dead or if she's alive. In 1944, another Dorothy, which is strange, Dorothy Purcell, 19 years old, gave birth to a baby boy in the bathroom, and then she threw him out the window, saying that she thought he was dead. The court found her to be confused at the time, and they found her not guilty by reason of insanity. In 1947, Robert Smith, 35 years old, jumped out the 7th floor window. In 1954, Helen Gurney, 55 years old, jumped out of the 7th floor window. In 1962, Julia Frances Moore, 50 years old, jumped out of an 8th floor window. In 1962, Pauline Otto, 27 years old, jumped out the 9th floor window. She fell on a pedestrian, George Gianni, who was 65 years old, and they both died. In 1964, Pigeon Goldie was raped, stabbed, and beaten in her room. They found her in her room dead. In 1975, an unknown man jumped from the 12th floor window. In 2013, it was Elisa Lam who was found in the water tank. In 2015, a 28-year-old male who was unknown jumped out of a window. Also, Elizabeth Short, also known as the Black Dahlia, was last seen in a bar at the Cecil Hotel. So what is going on at the Cecil Hotel? 16 deaths. 16 deaths and two serial killers. Now, is this hotel haunted? Is this hotel driving people crazy? Is something else going on at the hotel? Like, it's so strange. I've heard a lot about places where they kill people to take their organs and sell them. Like, I've heard so much stories that I'm wondering what is going on at this hotel. Why is this happening? Why is no one talking about this? Why is this hotel still open? That's my thing. Because if people keep on dying and dying and dying, should this hotel be closed? Anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Push the little notification bell so you'll know every time I upload a new video. I love you guys so much, and I see you guys in my next video. Bye.